even people with high incomes are living paycheck to paycheck because they're not checking their habits and their mindset.
Just because you have some debt doesn't mean that that's the thing you should be attacking. Maybe you should be attacking your cash flow.
Generational wealth is about like the mindset that gets changed in each generation.
We need to go back to the drawing board to teach people how to earn money.
No matter how much money you're earning, it's all gonna fly down the drain because you've really never mastered how to create habits.
If you don't have new conversations, you'll never open up doors to opportunities that are out there for you to make new money. Yes, what's up, y'all? What's up? Happy Monday. Welcome back. Another Money Mondays with the Mouzons. The family's coming. They're showing up in a second. Glad to be back here. It's Monday, February 23rd. See, here they come. They're all joining. There they are. See, there's everybody. There's everybody.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Money
Mondays.
with the Mouzons. There we go, y'all. Glad to be back. Hope everybody is doing well. Had a good weekend.
And he's shoving my stool in his toe.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
depending where you're checking in from, if you survived the northeastern blizzard, it's not really a blizzard, but either way, yeah, hope you guys are having a snow day or not a snow day. I know some people might not be even in the Northeast.
Mhm.
So we got some snow out
Even
in the
here,
backyard.
I feel like, well, I'm sure they closed schools from like yesterday, but
Yeah.
I feel like businesses are probably not as closed.
Oh, no,
It
yeah,
wasn't so bad. But
No, yeah, I got both. Like they,
Yeah, it wasn't so bad here. You're gonna do bowling?
yeah, they got it. They
yeah.
opened it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Mm.
either way, we're here, y'all. Again, every Monday, we're trying to tap in with you guys so that we can be a resource for you financially. Have a financial conversation. Get your questions answered. Show that. Show that we can help financially. I have so many things I want to talk about right now.
Yeah.
So I just want to dive into it because I got a lot of stuff I got to get off my chest. First off, I didn't even tell you this one.
Mhm.
I just got a call from one of our clients. I guess I could say it, but I don't know.
I wouldn't.
No.
No names. Yeah.
But it's not really about them. It's really just so you have a context. But they're older.
Okay.
They're older couple that we have that we got Everest policies for.
Okay.
They called me this morning earlier, like a little frantic,
Mhm.
like call me back ASAP.
Mm.
I call them back. What's happening? They're on the other line with a person from American Income Life, and that person is telling them like, you had a policy that lapsed back in 2020. You have no coverage, and they're like, well, you're not my agent, like,
Right.
but they're older, so you know how they can get a little confused. And they were basically trying to tell them like, you have no life insurance coverage right now, all to make a sale.
Wow.
Right? All to make a sale for American Income Life.
Wow. So
because
like scaring them into it.
Scaring them into it. And so I called one phone, they called the other phone, like he was on the house phone. I was like, three-way me in.
Yeah.
Guy gets on, I could tell, younger guy. I know how American Income Life does, right?
Yeah.
With these life insurance companies.
Yeah.
They just, you buy leads or like they give you leads, they're giving you leads of old clients, like
Right.
people that like, they get called all the time.
Right.
So that's why it doesn't work. But either way, he's calling them, and I put him on three-way and asked the question, like, hey man, like he starts going into it, like, oh, I saw that they had a policy lapse, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, first off, where are you calling from? Right?
Yeah.
Who are you calling from? He's like, what do you mean by that? You know, how they, like, what do you mean? I said, what company are you calling from?
Yeah.
And he's like, American Income Life. I was like, okay, got it. So they're no longer with your company.
Yeah.
We replaced their policies 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They have their policies. We're their agent. Thank you for your call, but don't confuse them and please stop calling them.
Right.
And he was like, oh, okay, sorry. And he just hangs up.
Wow. How sad.
Right? And I like get back on the phone with them. I'm like, listen, if this ever happens again, like, you know who to call, right?
Right.
Call us
Right.
because they're just soliciting you.
Right.
And
That's sad.
then I made a TikTok post about it. But like, that burns me up.
Right.
That I get it. That
It's like, yeah.
that I get it. That's.
Oh yeah, yep. Can you tell him to come to the garage door?
Huh?
Just tell him to come to the garage door.
Well, he's going around the front.
Okay. Oh, pause. Let me let him in.
Cool. Anyways, that just happened. So moral of that story is a lot happened in the house this morning. Moral of that story, life insurance agents, right? If you know your agent, call your agent for anything, right? Call your agent for everything. Make sure, Leia, chill out. Make sure that you call your agent for everything and don't just listen to the people that are soliciting you for insurance products, right? Because they can confuse you. They sell fear, and that's really right. That's why it's an ugly industry. Anyway, that being said, there's a lot happening in the house this morning. I think we're about to have somebody come fix our stove. Yeah, we have somebody that's coming to fix our stove, and our dog's freaking out. Leia. Oh, Leia's upstairs. That's why. She can't hear. All right, y'all. I want to come back and I want to talk about what's been on my heart for a little bit, but I don't know that I have the time right now because of what's happening. But man, this is the conversation I want to be able to have: is men versus women in their financial life. I really want to be able to have this conversation with you guys because I think it's just incredibly important to understand the differences and why people are not getting ahead financially. I think it's just it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal, and we see, because again, we work with people, men, women, old, young, 18 to 80, like, doesn't matter. We're always working with people. There is a stark difference between men in 2026 and how they're thinking about and handling their money, and then women in 2026. 80%, 85% of our clients, the people that we sit down with, are women. Why? Because men have pride and ego, and it's really a hindrance in them getting ahead financially. It's a real conversation we need to have. We're going to have this conversation next week, right? Tune back in, Money Mondays with the Mouzons. Next Monday, it's the first. It's March 2nd, right? We're gonna have this conversation to talk about what can men do, what can women do, what needs to happen for you guys to get ahead financially. Where do you need to humble yourselves, take a step back, learn something, right? There's so many things that get in the way. It's not about just budgeting or whatever the case is. It's about some other things that potentially we need to go off and really handle. So we're going to have this conversation with you next week. As always, right? We tell you guys, make sure that you focus on your financial foundation. There's a lot of stuff happening in the economy right now. There's a lot of stuff happening in people's personal finances right now. You have to get better in these areas. First, learning how to earn it, then learning how to save it, and learning how to invest it, making sure it's in that order. And then that foundation being put in place. The 6 things: your cash flow, making sure that you're saving money, making sure that you're paying off debt, and then potentially leveraging debt. Then your insurance protection, making sure life, disability, long-term care. We probably should do a whole long-term care thing again. We can talk about it. Your retirement, man, so many things. I've sat down with so many people over this past week. It gives me all the thoughts, right? Your job is not safe. I just want everyone to understand that. Your job is not safe. If all of your benefits and all of your retirement and all of your income is being shipped off at a job, you're not safe. You're just not, right? It's not going to cut it for you, especially in 2026 and the way that things are moving. And then you got to make sure that you can pass it down properly. So that's the foundation. That's what we want to talk about. That's always what we want to talk about. But next week we're going to come back and we're going to talk specifically about men and women.
Oh, we're not doing it today? You
No,
don't
we're
want
not.
to get into it today?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, no?
Too many distractions and too much stuff happening
Yeah.
that I can't really dive in. Plus, you got to go in a bit.
Okay, so you're going to save that for next
So we're
week.
going to save it for next week because it's March 1st. I think it'll be a good way to kick off March.
Yeah.
Right, and have a conversation about it.
All right, man. Make sure you guys jump on next week because he's going to be talking directly to you
Ladies,
guys.
tag
Ladies,
your
too.
tag your husband,
Yes.
send it
Oh,
to your
yes.
friend, you know what I mean? Because
Yes.
that's what happens, and that's what I was saying. Why it's so important is because I gave this set probably about, you'd agree, 85 to 90% of our clients are women, or the coaching clients,
Right.
the people we sit down with.
Right.
Why is that?
Right.
It's because women are more open to hey, I know I don't know this. Hey, I know I need to get better. Who
Right.
can help me? Right? Men, complete opposite.
Pride issue, yeah.
So much,
Yeah.
and it's the reason why they don't get ahead financially.
Right.
There's so much pride and ego. They
Right.
can't take information, can't take it from a woman, can't take it from another man. They're just gonna figure it out, and that's why their families are in financial ruin and will
Right.
continue to be,
Right.
right? Because they just don't
And
have
control issues.
it.
Yeah.
They don't have it, right?
Mhm.
And we got to
Mhm.
talk about that if people really want to get better.
Mhm.
I see more men that are struggling that will only meet with us once and then go off and, oh, this is busy, or I'll get back around. And they never get back around. I know that they continue to struggle. I know it, right? Like we just got to be willing to learn. So we got to have a full conversation about it next week. Yeah. And then you can maybe touch on some of the women's side. I mean, I see to that same point, here's the other group of women that don't listen. I've done this myself, and I've got it done myself.
What I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing, and I work
I
77
don't trust
hours a
anyone
week, and
else's
I'm not
opinion.
open. Exactly, right? I don't open up my right. Okay, well, you can just keep stressing yourself out and die
But
working.
that also is a pride issue too.
Exactly, exactly. It's just a different form
Type
from a
of pride,
woman,
yeah.
but like we got to have a conversation. I think this is something we need to talk about in 2026. That like it's time to humble yourself a bit, right? Like you're not doing well financially. It's okay. There's not a lot of people doing well financially, but there's solutions.
But be willing to
You can get help.
And then implement the help.
That's the key. That's the key. We want to continue to stress that for you guys. So next week, Monday, right? Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We'll jump on. We'll have that conversation.
Yeah.
Get ready for it. Tag your friends. Be here on Monday. We'll be here.
It'll be a good one.
You be here. All right? Till next Monday. Take care, guys.